Can I get your name for us and spell it?
Um, my name is Abdullah. My Duran Duran. Um, it's Abdullah, and Duran Duran, Duran, and Duran.
Okay. And can you explain for us what you did for the media in Dubai?
Actually, I'm a TV journalist there in Dubai, working with the NBC Group, which own Al Arabiya channel. Al Arabiya channel, if I think many people know about Al Arabiya channel since 2003, because this channel covered the war in Iraq and the event after 9/11, and become famous TV channels internationally. And the NBC Group has almost more than 21 channels, half of them drama and movies, but the most important channel is the news channel Al Arabi. I'm working with this channel on behalf, or I can say, um, I'm working with the Saudi government, which owned this company with this network, NBC network, and I moved from the capital of Saudi Arabia to Dubai to work with the Al Arabiya channel that's owned by Saudi government. My specific work there is first as a reporter on the field inside our region, the GCC countries, the 6 country states that has a special relationship together, the Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman. Those countries almost as like one country with 6 states inside. I'm working to cover the event around those countries and also around the world. Normally, I travel with some Saudi officials or GCC officials to film and report about their trips or missions, outside the region. This is my main work now in Dubai. Before that, I worked for a few years as a director for the news bulletin and the news brief, and also as a coordinator for the transmission and exchange material through the satellite in our region and the Middle East and Arab world.
So what is the differences with the news and like here in the U.S. or compared to Dubai or Saudi Arabia?
Actually, the news, there is a big difference regarding to the people who the message uh, target. Let me give you an example. In our region, the famous 2 channels in our region are the Al Jazeera channel, so famous, and Al Arabiya channel, and both of them internationally well known and compete with each other. Al Arabiya channel, it's like NBC, MSNBC here in the United States. It's more liberal. I'm talking about the channel that I'm working with now, and which owned by Saudi government. And the other channel, Al Jazeera channel, which became famous after 9/11. Before 9/11, it started in 1969, 96, and the first time the world know about this channel is in 1998 during the desert or Operation Fox Desert, or sorry, Desert Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Desert Fox, the operation that the United States and the Allies bombard Iraq for almost 4 days in a row. And Al Jazeera becomes so famous after this event. Al Arabiya channel tried, by support with the Saudi government, to stop the separate and fame of Al Jazeera channel, because Al Jazeera focused on exaggeration and on allow the extremists to go on air. From my opinion, it's almost Al Jazeera channel. It's almost like Fox News here. So like Fox News, Al Jazeera channel, and Arabiya channel. It's like MSNBC here. So you'll see the right and the left there, and they are so in war together. This is the true there. What's your question again? Forget the.
What is the difference
Okay,
between the news?
you can cut this, okay? Anyway, so the major difference between the news in our region and the news here in the United States is that normally the news here are more, the journalist here have a more freedom, more space to talk and cover what they want. In our region, most of the media outlets controlled by the governments. This is one of the most significant difference. Second, there is also different about the person or the audience who you target with the message that those channels target. In United States, normally the media on the news TV cover the event that more interested that the audience here interested in, such as, for example, the troops in Iraq and Afghanistan, and the Palestinian and Israeli issue. And normally they cover exactly how the American troops travel there and protect their country, and their family suffering at home, and they focus on those pictures. On the other hand, the Middle East news, especially the Arabiya channel, which I work with, and Al Jazeera channel, focus on the suffering of the people who've been, attacked through the conflict by the extremists or by the American troops. So if you just switch on, for example, the CNN and Al Jazeera channel, and follow the same story, you will see that the pictures in the CNN, concentrate on the American troops, and the Al Jazeera channel, most of the photos and the videos are about the children's, the wounded children's, the family who have been attacked, even though the story is the same. And even though that both stories are right, the CNN said the truth, and also the Al Jazeera said the truth, but they focus in one side of the truth, so it's not exactly the whole picture.
All right, well, thank you, Duran.
That's it?
And that's it.
No, it's